But Archbishop Colin reminded us in his message this morning that because of this Easter morning, because of Jesus' work on the cross and God raising him from the dead, death and destruction and despair and violence and illness will no longer have the last word. That from the moment of the resurrection, God had intervened decisively in the world and had begun a process by which he would make all things new. That he had invited us and invites us now to participate in the building of a kingdom where there will be no more tears and no more crying, where there will be no more violence, where there will be no more lives taken, where Christ is risen and the Lord is near will be on the very tip of our tongue. Last month, I had the privilege of being at the funeral of retired Archbishop Bob Townsend. And a very good friend of mine, Todd, his son, gave the homily at that service. Couldn't imagine giving the homily at my parents' funeral just days after they had died. And Todd got up into the pulpit and told us that his father had asked him to preach that day. And he said, it's one thing to proclaim the resurrection on Easter Sunday morning in joy with wonderful music, a packed church, an Easter dinner waiting on the table. But it's another thing to proclaim the resurrection when you've just lost someone that you love more than you can imagine. And he said he took comfort in the words of the Russian Kontakion for the departed, words that you might recognize from the funeral liturgy. Words that say, we stand over the grave and we make our song, Alleluia, Alleluia, Alleluia. Todd said that it wasn't enough just to say that, though. He said that it felt as though he was standing on the precipice of the unknown, that he was standing on the precipice of a place that he feared. To stand on the very edge of a cliff, not knowing what's going to happen next, but to know because of this Easter morning, because of the resurrection, he could say, Alleluia, Alleluia, Alleluia. Because God has promised that he has not forgotten. My brothers and sisters, we have good news for young Milo. We have very good news that we can share. We have seen the Lord.